What if I told you that every single time you complain, you're not just letting off steam but actually giving away control of your life? One complaint at a time. Think about it. You're sitting in traffic, horns blaring, barely moving, and you start complaining about the delay. Seems harmless, right? But in that moment, your emotions are no longer yours. They're ruled by things outside of your control. Now imagine this. What if that same moment in traffic could become an opportunity? An opportunity to build your patience, reset your thoughts, or simply breathe and be present today. We're diving into a truth that the ancient Stoics knew well: why complaining is not just a bad habit, but one of the most quietly destructive forces in your life. And more importantly, how you can break free from it. In today's world, complaining has become second nature. We grumble about the weather, vent about our jobs, even rant about things as small as our morning coffee being slightly off. It feels normal. But Stoicism paints a very different picture. According to the Stoics, complaining doesn't just waste your breath, it drains your power. It leaves you stuck in a loop of frustration and weakness, constantly blaming what's outside, instead of mastering what's within. Think of Marcus Aurelius or Seneca. These weren't men untouched by hardship. They faced loss, betrayal, war, and yet they taught that true peace doesn't come from controlling what happens around you, but from how you choose to respond. Complaining, they believed, is the act of surrendering your inner power to the chaos of the world. Let's break this down further. 1. Complaining focuses your mind on the negative. When you complain, your attention zeroes in on what's wrong, ignoring everything that's right. It's like staring at a tiny crack in a beautiful wall, until that's all you can see. And the more you complain, the deeper that crack grows in your mind. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can always control our response. Complaining doesn't fix the problem, it just magnifies it. Picture it again. You're stuck in traffic. You can stew in anger, grip the wheel tighter, curse the delay, or you can take a deep breath, tune into a podcast, or simply sit with the moment. That choice between reaction and reflection is the foundation of Stoic strength. 2. Complaining turns you into a victim. Each time you complain, you're sending a message: I am powerless. You're saying the world controls you, and not the other way around. But the Stoics taught that your real power lies in how you choose to react. Ask yourself, how often do you complain about things you can't control? Long lines, poor service, a rainy day. Every time, you're shifting responsibility away from yourself. But a Stoic doesn't hand over control so easily. Instead, they face reality and decide consciously how to respond. When you stop complaining, you stop blaming and you start reclaiming your strength. 3. Complaining fuels stress and anxiety. We've all been there. Something small goes wrong, and suddenly our mood spirals. A comment, a missed appointment, a traffic jam. These minor irritations snowball into real emotional weight. Science backs it up. Focusing on the negative increases stress. Complaints feed anxious thoughts and create a mental storm that's hard to calm. Seneca said it best: we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And he was right. Most of the pain we feel doesn't come from life itself, but from how we think about it. Now that we've explored how complaining weakens us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, it's time to learn how the Stoics fought back. Because they didn't just identify the problem, they lived the solution. Let's continue and uncover how the Stoics stayed grounded and strong. Even when everything around them was falling apart, we often turn a small inconvenience into a full-blown crisis, not because the situation is truly catastrophic, but because our minds blow it out of proportion. A spilled coffee, a delayed email, a slow driver all become sources of intense frustration when we let our thoughts run unchecked. The Stoics taught a powerful truth. It's not the event itself that causes us pain, but our interpretation of it. What if, instead of instantly reacting with complaints, we paused and reframed the moment? Every complaint has the potential to become a lesson, a challenge we can grow from if we choose to see it that way. The next time something goes wrong, before the words leave your mouth, stop and ask yourself, how can I meet this with calm and clarity? You'll be surprised when your mindset shifts. Even the most frustrating problems start to feel manageable, even meaningful. 4. Complaining damages your relationships. Have you ever spent time with someone who complains constantly? You can almost feel the energy drain out of the room. Their words weigh heavy, their presence tense. Complaining doesn't just hurt you, it seeps into your surroundings, influencing everyone who hears it. It can make friends feel helpless, colleagues irritable, and loved ones distant. Stoicism reminds us that wisdom isn't just knowing what to say, it's knowing when to say nothing at all. Instead of snapping about a co-worker's habits or a partner's mistake, take a breath, express concerns calmly, without blame. When we resist the urge to complain unnecessarily, we open space for better communication, for mutual respect, and for true connection. The Stoics would argue, it's not silence out of fear, it's silence rooted in strength and awareness. 5. Gratitude is the antidote to complaining. While complaining fixates on what's missing, gratitude shifts our gaze to what's already there. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, trained himself daily to focus on what he was thankful for, even in war, in loss, in illness. Why? Because he knew that gratitude quiets the mind, grounds the heart, and brings light even on dark days. Instead of griping about a tough day at work, try asking yourself, what went well? Maybe you learned something new. Maybe you pushed through and didn't quit. Or maybe, just maybe, the simple act of making it through the day was enough. Gratitude doesn't ignore difficulty, it reorients your perspective. And when practiced consistently, it rewires your brain to see beauty where you once saw burden. 6. Embrace challenges, don't run from them. To the Stoics, challenge wasn't something to avoid, it was something to welcome. Every hardship is a test, a teacher, a forge for strength. Complaining about the mountain won't move it, but climbing it will move you. A difficult project, a tense conversation, an unexpected setback, these aren't curses. They are invitations to grow. Imagine facing a tough situation at work. You could complain, feel overwhelmed, and shrink. Or you could lean in, learn something new, build resilience, grow your patience. The Stoics believed that comfort doesn't build character, discomfort does. With each challenge you embrace, you sharpen your mind, strengthen your will, and prepare yourself for greater trials ahead. In the end, complaining does nothing. It doesn't solve your problems. It doesn't make you stronger. In fact, it chips away at your potential. But when you live with a Stoic mindset, you begin to reclaim what complaints have taken from you: your peace, your power, your purpose. Remember, true happiness isn't found by trying to control the world, it's found in how you respond to it. Choose strength over blame, clarity over chaos, and growth over grievance. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Now we'd love to hear from you. What's one moment where you caught yourself before complaining and chose the Stoic path instead? Share your story below. Let's grow stronger together, one mindset shift at a time.